Hey everyone, it's Zoe from Sleepopolis, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the DreamCloud Premier. The Premier is the luxury version of the original DreamCloud and comes with a few souped-up features that I'm going to dive into later. So in this review, I'm going to talk about the DreamCloud Premier's materials, quality, firmness, and performance. I'll finish up the review with a quick pros and cons list and tell you about some of DreamCloud's policies. So if you have any questions during this review, make sure to leave me a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. You can also click the link below to find the full written review of this bed, and I'll share links to our monthly mattress giveaways. Okay, now let's get started reviewing this bed. Okay guys, so a lot of the times I like to start my reviews with the quality section because a lot of people want to know when they're investing in a mattress, how long is it going to last them? So this mattress I actually think is a super high quality bed, and I'm about to tell you why. First up, you have this organic Mongolian cashmere cover, which feels really soft, and cashmere, since it's a natural fabric, is actually a lot more breathable than a lot of artificial fabrics you'll see, so it's less likely to make you overheat throughout the night. Okay, next up we have this Eurotop layer. It's typically found in luxury mattresses, and here we have a 2-inch Euro pillow top layer, so it's gonna have 1 inch of memory foam, which is going to offer some initial pressure relief, some gentleness, and then below that we have some soft support foam. So already in this 2-inch layer, you're initially getting some nice support and pressure relief. Okay, below that we get into the bulk of the mattress. So this is kind of what sets the DreamCloud Premier apart from the regular DreamCloud. The regular DreamCloud does not have this big pillow top layer. Okay, next, below the Euro top layer, we're going to have our first comfort layer here, and it's 2.5 inches of memory foam. So you're getting quite a lot of layers of foam before you hit the coils here, so no matter how heavy you are, you're really unlikely to actually sink all the way down to this coils. This bed has a lot of lift, but it still provides some good give. So right underneath that 2.5 inch layer of memory foam, we have the bulk of the mattress, which is 8.5 inch layer of pocketed coils. So that's what gives this bed its bounce. It gives you quite a lot of lift, and it also adds a lot of durability. And then right below that, we do have a layer of support foam, and that just helps help keep the mattress together, and it adds a bit of durability so that the coils aren't rubbing up against your bed frame. So overall, I would say that this is a really high quality bed. This Euro pillow top is only found in the more higher quality mattresses on the market. And also this strong layer of steel coils is gonna give you some added durability. I'd also like to mention the edges of this bed feel super sturdy. So if you sleep with a partner or tend to roll to the edge of the bed when you sleep, you're gonna be really happy on this bed, because I found that I felt pretty much just as supported as I did on the edge. And that also adds to your mattress's durability because it prevents premature sagging from spending too much time sleeping in the very center of your mattress. To finish up my section on durability, I'd like to add that I think that this mattress is going to last quite a long time. I would say that this bed's going to last you at least 10 years. It has a super sturdy construction, and also it's backed by DreamCloud's lifetime warranty. So they definitely believe that this mattress is going to last you quite a long time. Now that I've talked a little bit about what this mattress is made of and its overall quality, I'd like to talk about feel, because that's going to help you decide whether or not this bed is or is not going to work for you. So the way that I determine feel is I'm a mattress expert, so I spend a lot of time laying on this bed, and I actually polled my colleagues as well, and we gave it a 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale. So compared to the industry standard of 6.5 for medium firmness, this bed is slightly on the firmer side of things. I definitely felt more on top of this mattress than in it, and that's great if you don't like that feeling of being stuck in bed that you do get with a lot of memory foam mattresses. So even though this mattress does have quite a bit of memory foam in it, you're not going to get that super stuck, sinking feeling. So that really depends on your preference. If you love feeling contoured and hugged by your bed, it might not be the best bed for you. However, if you like to be able to move around, if you're a combination sleeper who's constantly switching positions throughout the night, I think you're going to be pretty happy on this bed. Overall, I'd also say that this firmness level is really great for back sleepers. I typically recommend a firmness level of medium firm to a little firmer than medium firm for back sleepers, because they want something that's going to promote a neutral spinal alignment, and something on the slightly firmer side does promote that in this position. So that's something I really like about this bed. I actually consistently goes in our roundups as one of the best beds for back sleepers. I also like that it has a very soft pillow top layer, so you're not going to feel like you're pushing up against this bed too much. Personally, I'm a light sleeper, so for me this bed did work on my stomach, but I would say if you're an average or heavyweight stomach sleeper, I would go with a firmer mattress because I think that you're gonna find that you're gonna sink in a little too far. If you're a stomach sleeper, you wanna make sure that your hips are in line with your shoulders so that you don't throw your spine out of alignment. Also, for side sleepers, I do think this bed is a little too firm for side sleepers. I'm a side sleeper myself and I prefer something a bit softer. I like something that I'm gonna sink into a bit more. That's especially important for side sleepers to prevent pain at the hips and shoulders, because if you have too much pressure there, you are gonna develop some pain, or it could worsen your pain. So I typically recommend going with something a bit softer for side sleepers. All right guys, now that I discussed how this bed feels, I'm gonna discuss how it performed on some of our Sleepopolis tests. So first up is the bounce test. So we drop a 10-pound steel ball and basically see how high it bounces. Pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, so this bed is pretty bouncy, and that's pretty nice if you wanna move around. You're not gonna feel stuck in this mattress, as I mentioned before. And next up, that takes me to motion transfer. So we measure motion transfer in a similar way to bounce. We use that same 10-pound steel ball and we drop it from different heights. And then we measure the disturbance on the other side of the bed with a seismometer. So typically a bouncy bed is gonna have pretty high motion transfer, but I was actually surprised by this bed. It had kind of middle of the road motion transfer, not too high, not too low. When I had my colleague lay in bed with me and move around, I really didn't feel much of her movements. So I think unless you're super easily disturbed, you're gonna be just fine on this bed. You're not gonna feel your partner moving around. And also that combination of high responsiveness and bounce and great motion transfer makes this mattress really good for sex. So if you're a couple, this might be a really good mattress for you. Okay, last up, I wanna share how this bed performed on our pressure relief test. So this test is incredibly important for side sleepers because they need a mattress that's gonna relieve pressure at their shoulders and hips, because those are areas where they're putting the most pressure on when they're sleeping. And if there's too much pressure buildup, it can create or exacerbate pain. So as you'll see on the map, there was some green at my hips on the pressure map, and that indicates that there was a little bit of pressure here. Overall, as I said earlier, I don't think this mattress is quite right for side sleepers. I think they want something just a little bit softer that offers some more sinkage and contouring, so they're gonna have less pressure building up at the hips and shoulders. Okay guys, so now that we've talked quite a bit about this mattress, I just want to wrap up all my thoughts in a quick list of pros and cons. So I always like to start with the good. I'm going to start with the pros. I think that this is an awesome mattress for couples. It has all the things that couples are looking for. It has great edge support, it has enough responsiveness for sex, and it also has pretty low motion transfer. So those things are kind of hard to all find in one mattress. So if you're a couple, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this bed. I also think that this bed is fantastic for back sleepers. It has just the right amount of support, and its Eurotop layer is gonna provide a little bit of contouring at the lower back that's gonna feel really great when you're sleeping on your back. Also, I'd like to mention that I think that this bed comes with one of the best warranties and trial periods I've ever seen. So if you're worried about durability or whether or not you're gonna like this bed, you are covered by DreamCloud. Okay, now some of the cons. I actually would say that this mattress doesn't sleep super cool. Typically, when I'm looking at a mattress with memory foam layers, I wanna see that they're infused with graphite or some sort of cooling material to help dissipate body heat. These were just traditional memory foam layers, and memory foam does have a reputation for trapping body heat. So if you're a very hot sleeper, I might recommend choosing a different mattress. And also, I don't think that this is the best bed for side sleepers. If you're a side sleeper, I'd recommend going with something at least a 6 out of 10 on the firmness scale or lower. That's gonna be better for your needs and give you a softer, more contouring feel. Last up, I'm gonna do a quick rundown on some policies. So first off, they have a lifetime warranty. So that means that you can trust that this bed is going to last you a very long time. They have a 365-night trial, so you get to try it for a whole year. And DreamCloud offers free shipping and free returns. Okay guys, that's it for my review of the DreamCloud Premier. I hope you liked this review. If you did, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And make sure to follow us on social media, where you can find updates about our latest giveaways and news on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can always head to sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.